Well, this is a story that took place back in the mid-late 50s. Oh, probably 1957. My four brothers and I were all watching Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett on Disney, and we had been watching it a lot. And one time Daniel Boone had dug a big hole in the ground and covered it over with branches and leaves and brush to catch a bear. Well, he caught one, and so my brothers and I decided what we would do is we would go out in the front yard and make our own bear trap.
Where were you living at the time?
We were living in Burbank, California. So we went out in the front yard, we got my dad's shovels, and we dug a hole about 5 feet deep and about 2.5 feet around, and we filled it up full of water, and then we stripped all the trees in our yard and in the next door neighbor's yard. We took all of his branches and all of his trees and covered up the hole with them, and covered it with dirt, and then covered it with grass, and then we all went in and went to bed. Well, we got up around 5 in the morning, and we went out to see if we'd caught anything, and, well, we hadn't. So your Uncle Zell decided that we should go wake our mom up, and maybe we could trick her into it. So we went into our room, and we found a big black rubber tarantula. And we went into my mom's room, and she was asleep. And we set that tarantula right on the pillow next to her face. And then we all screamed, "Mom!" Well, she opened her eyes, and there's this big black tarantula looking her right in the face. And she comes out of the bed, beating it with a pillow, trying to kill the poor thing to save us from that spider. Well, she realized she'd been had, and boy was she mad. She chased us out of her room and down the hall. We all ran out and ran through the front door, and we all went running across the front yard with her in hot pursuit. She caught us. She'd probably killed us. Well, she didn't see us kind of loop around this hole that we dug, and she fell right into it. And when we turned around and looked, there was my mom up to her neck in this mud bog, screaming and yelling and saying horrible things to us as we were running down the street. Well, we all ran to the park, and we stayed at the park for the rest of the day until our dad came home that night from work. And when we came home for dinner, my mom acted like nothing had happened, and then my dad, he looked at us, and they weren't quite sure what they were going to do. But my dad made sure that we buried that hole that we dug and made us promise no more bear traps from that point on.
So your mom didn't do anything to you?
She did it to us over a period of years, I think.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.